In the world of the Yautja, only the strongest rise above the rest. Today we're putting two of the deadliest hunters head to head. On one side, the legendary wolf predator, the scarred cleaner from Aliens vs Predator Requiem, a veteran warrior who has survived more hunts than most Yautja ever will. And on the other, Dek, the underdog hunter from Predator Badlands, known for his tenacity and determination. Two predators, two very different styles, but only one can win. In the red corner, Wolf from AVPR. Wolf is an elite battle-hardened Yautja. He's a cleaner, meaning he's the one you call when an entire hunt goes catastrophically wrong. He wears the scars of countless victories, including the loss of one mandible, yet he never slows down. Instead, his survival only proves his skill and adaptability. Wolf is lean, rugged, and aggressively efficient. He carries multiple trophies and his body language shows absolute confidence. He's not reckless, he's clinical. Everything he does is calculated, built on decades, maybe centuries of experience. Wolf has one of the most varied arsenals of any predator on film, including dual plasma casters, whip capable of slicing Xenos in half, wrist blades, medical kit, dissolving acid gel, laser mines, spear, shuriken, net gun, cloaking device and thermal vision. He's a one-man army, and unlike many Yautja, Wolf always adapts his strategy mid-fight. His feats include taking on multiple xenomorphs alone, keeps fighting after severe injuries, nearly defeats the Pred alien in hand-to-hand combat. Wolf isn't just strong, he's overwhelmingly skilled. And in the blue corner, Dek from Predator Badlands. Dek starts life as a runt in Yautja society, smaller, weaker, and constantly underestimated. His whole identity is shaped by proving everyone wrong. Dek is slightly shorter and leaner than typical predators, with a compact build. His armour and mask are simple and built for durability rather than show. He's overwhelmingly aggressive, using explosive speed and raw force to overwhelm enemies. His smaller size actually helps him. He moves tighter, faster, and with zero hesitation. Dek prefers practical, brutal gear: wrist blades, spear, laser bow, throwing blade, and plasma sword. Driven and fearless, he's a survivor who refuses to be looked down on. Dek stands out because he turns his weakness into strength, transforming from a runt into a ruthless dominant predator through grit, rage, and pure will. A thunderstorm cracks over the jungle canopy as Wolf arrives, clothed, moving with silent precision, sweeping the darkness. Dek is already there. He isn't hiding. The runt steps out of the shadows, shoulders squared, posture low and angry, daring Wolf to make the first move. Wolf doesn't take the bait, he fires a plasma shot. Dek rolls aside and charges with explosive speed, closing the gap before Wolf can fire again. His wrist blades slam against Wolf's, sparks erupting as they lock in a furious clash. Wolf breaks the lock with a calculated kick, creating distance, but Dek surges right back in, swinging his spear with raw power, every strike fueled by years of resentment and fury. Wolf switches tactics, he drops a laser mine behind him and leaps back. Dek lunges. Boom! The shockwave knocks the runt predator off his feet, armour scorched, but Dek gets back up. Now enraged, he equips his throwing blade and hurls it. Wolf dodges, but Dek is already on him, slamming into him with brutal force and driving him backwards. Due to his bigger size, he isn't stunned for long and recovers almost instantly, using his whip to slice across Dek's chest. The runt roars and tackles him again, their bodies smashing through trees and shrubbery. Wolf aims his shoulder cannon point blank, but Dek grabs the barrel, forcing it upward as it fires into the stormy sky, the plasma blast disappearing among the bolts of lightning. Using the opening, Wolf tears free and flips Dek over his shoulder in a perfect practiced move. The two circle each other, looking for a weakness. Dek's breathing heavily, Wolf's mask flickers with targeting data. Wolf throws a smart disc. Dek bats it aside with his wrist blades and charges one final time, going for the kill. Wolf sidesteps it, activating his cloak, disappearing. Deck swings wildly, searching. Flashes of electricity pulsate behind him as Wolf decloaks, wrist blades extended. One clean, precise strike. Deck collapses to his knees, defeated but still defiant, staring up at the veteran warrior who finally outplayed him. Wolf takes a moment to honour him, a silent acknowledgement of a fierce opponent, an impressive combatant for his stunted size, before finishing the hunt. The winner is the Wolf Predator. So, in a 1v1 fight between the elite Wolf Predator and the underdog Deck, I thought Wolf would win. I had to think about it for a while though, as Deck's achievements did outweigh Wolf's, seeing as how Deck took on the Kalisk and defeated an Elder, and Wolf fought Xenomorphs and was mortally wounded by a Predalien. However, what we have to remember is that Wolf was almost unarmed when he fought the Predalien, while Deck always had loads of weapons while fighting the Kalisk, so I thought if they both had full weaponry, the Wolf Predator would win. Let me know who you think wins this matchup with a comment, and give the video a like for the time and effort it took me to make, and I'll see you guys next time.